At the core, integration. There comes a point in life when the questions stop being loud and become precise. Not why is it happening, but what is mine to do now? That question lives at the core. Acceptance, courage, and wisdom are not separate lessons, they are movements that work together. When one is missing, life feels off balance. When all three are present, something steadies. Acceptance is where it begins. Acceptance is not agreement with what hurt you, it's not an approval of what disappointed you, and it's not pretending things are fine when they're not. Acceptance is the decision to stop fighting reality and start responding to it honestly. It is recognizing what will not change, no matter how much energy you pour into it. Acceptance says, this is what it is, and then it hands the moment forward. But acceptance alone is not enough. Without courage, acceptance can quietly turn into stagnation. It can become endurance without direction, survival without growth. That is where courage enters. Courage is the moment that follows clarity. Courage is not loud, it is not impulsive, it is not about proving strength. Courage is choosing to act where your voice still matters, where your healing still requires your participation, where truth still needs your honesty. Courage says, I will not stay still just because moving feels uncomfortable. Yet courage without wisdom can become force. It can push when pausing is required. It can speak when silence would protect peace. It can act before discernment has finished its work. This is where wisdom enters. Wisdom is the guide. Wisdom does not rush decisions. It does not confuse urgency with importance. It does not respond just because something demands attention. Wisdom asks timing questions: when to act, when to wait, when to let go, when to stand firm. Wisdom lives in the pause between impulse and response. Acceptance clears the fog. Courage creates the movement. Wisdom directs the path. Together, they create alignment. Many people struggle because they are trying to apply courage before acceptance has settled. They are pushing forward while still arguing with what was. And others get stuck because they have accepted reality but not yet summoned the courage to change what still belongs to them. Still, others act bravely without wisdom and wonder why exhaustion follows. The order matters. Acceptance first, not because it is passive, but because it tells the truth. Acceptance says, I see this clearly now. That clarity becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Then there's courage. Courage asks, given what I know, what is my responsibility here? Not what can I control, not can I fix it in fixing what not what can I fix in others, but what is mine to do. Courage acts from integrity, not fear. Then wisdom. Wisdom asks, how do I move without abandoning myself? It notices patterns, it respects limits, it honors timing. Wisdom protects energy, so courage does not burn itself out. This is what alignment looks like: not perfection, not certainty. Alignment is when your actions match your knowing, when your choices stop contradicting the truth. When acceptance is missing, you waste energy fighting reality. When courage is missing, you remain clear but stuck. When wisdom is missing, you move, but without direction. Together, They create peace that is not dependent on circumstances. There is relief when these three begin working together. You stop rehearsing conversations that will never happen. That's me. I can honestly attest to that. You stop seeking closure from people who cannot give it. That would be me too. I do that. Not all the time, just sometimes. You stop explaining yourself to environments that are not listening. Acceptance helps you release what is not yours. Courage helps you protect what is. Wisdom helps you discern the difference. This integration changes how you respond to life. You become less reactive, less defensive, less hurried. Not because you don't care, but because you are no longer scattered. You begin to trust yourself, not impulsively, not perfectly, but honestly. You listen inward before reacting outward. You move deliberately instead of desperately. This is not a destination, it is a practice. Some days acceptance will come easily, and courage will feel heavy. Some days courage will rise and wisdom will ask you to slow down. Some days wisdom will be clear and acceptance will take longer. That is normal. What matters is returning to the core again and again, asking yourself, what do I need to accept right now? What am I being asked to act? Oh, where am I being asked to act? Excuse me. What does wisdom require in this moment? These questions change everything. Living this way does not eliminate difficulty, but it reduces unnecessarily suffering. It keeps you from fighting battles that were never yours. It keeps you from abandoning yourself in the name of peace. Acceptance, courage, wisdom. Together, they do not promise ease, they promise alignment. And alignment brings a quiet steadiness that no external approval can replace. This is at the core. And returning to it is how you keep fighting your way.